TomoNews presents Uber.
Selfish half-dressed brat steals from Uber driver. Watch. Now let's see that again in slow motion. This brazen theft reportedly happened on August 12th, when this woman, identified as 18-year-old Gabrielle Canales, decided to grab cash out of Uber driver Mohammed H. Bouyan's tip jar before jumping out of his car. The callous thief calls herself Gabita on social media, and she likes to post half-naked pictures of herself online. And if you think she was feeling any shame about her crime going viral, you'd be wrong. She apparently has been relishing in all the attention and even mocked those who were outraged, memeing a screenshot of her crime and defending her actions, saying she only took $5 from the jar and claims she returned it later. It isn't clear whether her friends knew about the theft. Uber reportedly urged the driver to take the matter to the police and have since banned Gabita from using the app ever again. She may have to switch to another ride-sharing app instead. So if you're a Lyft driver, take a good look at this face and keep an eye on your tip jar.
Rich prick filmed being a prick, but is that the whole story?
Okay, let's go. Oh, hold up. Let's see you. You're canceling us again. Why? For what? See, they don't give a shit about you. They don't give two f***s, there's 50 of you. And there's one of me here who spends the most money here, you little f***. Yeah, f*** you, Arthur, you little faggot f***. You wanna kick me off? Kick me off, you little piece of shit. You're an Uber driver. Go f***ing drive, you little f***. Minimum wage faggot. Go f*** yourself. See you later. Go pick up another f***. You're working all day, guess what? I'm gonna go sit on my ass and watch TV. F*** you.
That young gentleman is Jake Croman, a University of Michigan student and an apparent douchebag. He and his foul-mouthed frat friends were allegedly refused a ride by Michigan Uber driver Artur Zawada. Croman later apologized, sort of, while saying the incident was set off by driver Zawada, making anti-Semitic remarks about him and his friends. Sounds pretty bogus, no? Maybe. But at least one commenter claimed she reported Zawada after being on the receiving end of his anti-Jewish tirades more than once. But there's no proof this Weiss woman actually posted this, or if she's even a real person for that matter. Zawada flatly denies making any anti-Semitic comments. The scales tip in favor of Jake being a dick when you learn he's the son of Stephen Croman, a landlord and developer who's probably one of the top 10 most hated men in New York City for his history of allegedly bullying residents at his rent-stabilized Manhattan properties, a charge the elder Croman's been under investigation for since 2014. You're not necessarily a prick because your dad's one, but there's that whole apple falling near the tree thing. Here, listen again and decide if Jake is reacting to anti-Semitism or just being a jerkwad.
Okay, let's go. Hold up. Let's see you. You're canceling us again. Why? For what? See, they don't give a shit about you. They don't give two f***s, there's 50 of you. And there's one of me here who spends the most money here, you little f***. Yeah, f*** you, Arthur, you little faggot f***. You wanna kick me off? Kick me off, you little piece of shit.
Uber CEO Travis Kalanick sorry after video shows him arguing with an Uber driver. Travis Kalanick found himself in more turmoil thanks to a newly released dashcam video, which shows the Uber CEO lashing out at an Uber driver who had issues with Uber black fares. Published by Bloomberg News, the video was taken on Super Bowl Sunday when Kalanick got into an Uber black car with two female friends. At the end of the ride, Kalanick shook hands and exchanged a few words with driver Fosi Kamel. Kamel then told him he's not happy with Uber Black's price drop business model. Kalanick argued the changes were needed because of competitors like Lyft. Driver Kamel then told the CEO the changes caused him to lose $97,000 and go bankrupt. Kalanick then called Kamel's complaint plain bull. A worked-up Kalanick told Kamel some people don't like to take responsibility for their own problems and blame everything on other people. He then wished Kamel good luck. Here's the video, right before Kalanick left. And no, Kamel also wished Kalanick good luck, but said he wouldn't go far. The incident adds to a list that have damaged Uber's reputation. On Tuesday, the Uber CEO publicly apologized to Kamel, the Uber driver community, and the Uber team for his behavior, saying he needs help with leadership.
But you're raising the standards and you're dropping the prices. We're not driving the price on black.
But in general, the whole price.
We have to. We have competitors. Otherwise, we've got a business.
Compares, man. You had the business model in your hands. You could have the prices you want, but you choose to buy everybody a ride.
No. Misunderstand me. We started. I am. We didn't go low end because we wanted. We went low end because we had to.
Look, this? It's a piece of cake right there.
No, it seems like a piece of cake because I've beaten them. But if I didn't do the things I did, we would have been beaten, I promise.
Higher. He's just, we could go higher and more expensive. You get the best.
So here's the thing. We could do Lux in San Francisco, so I have guys working on Lux, which will be 50 to 75% more expensive than
But
black.
people are not trusting you anymore. Do you think people will buy cars anymore? Unless they buy them through the invoice. Otherwise, nobody want to buy a car. I lost $97,000 because of you. I bankrupt because of you. Yes. You keep changing every day. You keep changing.
Hold on a
every
second.
day.
What have I changed about black?
Huh?
What
you
have I
changed
changed?
the whole business.
What?
You dropped the prices.
On black.
Yes, you did.
Bullshit.
We started with $20.
Bullshit.
We started with $20.
You know what?
How much is the mile now? $275?
You know what?
What?
Some people don't like to take responsibility for
I
their
take
shit.
responsibility.
They blame everything
But
in
why
their
you
life on
sending an
somebody
email
else.
for town car?
Good luck.
Good luck to you too, but I know you don't gonna go far.
Uber reckons you'll be able to hail a flying cab by 2026. Ride-hailing company Uber released a very intriguing white paper last month. The nearly 100-page document envisions a future where commuters jetting city to city in compact aircraft could be as normal as taking the train to work. Uber's prediction of a world with commonplace urban air transit systems relies heavily on the widespread use of small self-flying electric aircraft with vertical takeoff and landing capability. Also known as VTOL, it's most commonly used by helicopters, as well as a small number of military aircraft. Uber says a network of VTOL hubs or landing pads, dubbed vertiports and verti-stops, could be used as terminals to ferry passengers around. Unlike cars, buses, and trains, VTOLs aren't susceptible to traffic jams or delays. They can fly from A to B with no fixed route. Uber estimates the cost of a 15-minute flight may eventually reach as low as $21. Uber expects the aircraft could fly at cruise speeds of around 150 miles per hour and won't go above 10,000 feet. The VTOL would be powered by rechargeable batteries that would maintain 30 minutes of reserve energy. Uber won't manufacture the aircraft, but predicts the market will have produced them by the early 2020s. Uber needs to collaborate with governments and the private sector for this to become a reality, so that could take longer than a decade, especially on the regulatory side. Uber suspends services in Taiwan after being surged with fines. Looks like Uber is saying auf Wiedersehen to Taiwan after being hit with millions of dollars in government fines. The ride-sharing app said it hopes the suspension of its service will encourage Taiwanese President Tsai Ing-wen to hit the reset button in negotiations. Uber's been butting heads with officials who say its operations are illegal. They say Uber has permission to operate as a tech company, but not to provide transportation services. Uber tried to drive past regulatory concerns, but then the fines started surging. Within the last month, Taiwan has slapped the company with some Uber fines totaling $7.4 million. Uber's decision to take a break will affect more than 100,000 drivers and countless riders who've come to rely on the app. Rather than just slapping Uber with ridiculous fines, Taiwan needs to start embracing technological innovation within the taxi industry. But in order for any real progress to be made, it looks like President Tsai and Uber may have to meet halfway.
An $18,000 Uber ride? Uber is apologizing to a Toronto customer after they accidentally charged him over 18,000 Canadian dollars for a short ride on December 8th. Uber passenger Hisham Salama took an Uber X that should have cost him about $20 after surge prices. However, when Salama arrived at his destination, he was then hit with a whopping 18,518 Canadian dollars and 50 cents. In an interview with Vice, Salama said Uber first refused to refund him when the company's customer support said that they confirmed the amount is correct. They might want to check that again. Salama took the matter to Twitter, with his tweet receiving over 400 retweets. After that amount of attention, Uber finally backed down and said the charge was an error and has since been resolved. After providing a full refund to Salam, Uber explained the insane overcharge was a result of driver error, not a technical glitch, and they're now investigating how it happened. Oh, Uber. Uber may have risen to the top, but apparently it got help from illegal places, at least according to a doozy of an accusation letter from an ex-employee. Said employee had worked on counter-narcotics ops in Colombia and even went to war in Iraq before he was recruited to help Uber keep an eye on its rivals. It was ruthless and infinitely sketchy in obtaining trade secrets, spying, eavesdropping, and impersonating drivers just to get a leg up in the competition. They doled out the bribes, mostly to government officials, to unblock markets and make the climb to the top easier. To top it off, the company went to great lengths not to get caught. They used burner phones, vanishing messages, and secret servers so nothing would be recorded. But you know, life finds a way.
Uber tests color-coded light strips to help you find your ride. Have you ever gotten into the wrong car after calling for an Uber ride? Ride-sharing app Uber says it wants to reduce the time it takes for drivers and riders to find each other, eliminate the embarrassment of getting into the wrong vehicle, and stop Uber imposter scammers. Starting December 2015, select Uber cars in Seattle will begin testing Spot, a color code idea that asks riders to select yellow, orange, pink, purple, blue, or green. The responding Uber vehicle will then display the rider's chosen color on LED light strips inside their windshield. If you picked green and you see green, that's your ride. In dark or crowded situations, Uber app users can also display their chosen color on their phone and hold it up so that a driver can quickly identify their passenger. Uber has not announced if or when it will expand its Spot color code experiment to other areas.
How does Uber conduct background checks on drivers? After an Uber driver killed 6 people in a shooting rampage in Michigan, attention has turned to how the ride-sharing app screens potential drivers. Uber bills itself as a safe ride, with prospective drivers needing to pass a background check to become part of the platform. To qualify as an Uber driver, an applicant must give detailed information, a copy of their driver's license, auto insurance, and vehicle registration. Uber then uses background investigation service Checker to identify addresses associated with the applicant and cross-reference them with various databases to check for offenses. When a criminal record is identified, the record is either pulled up digitally or reviewed in person by someone from Checker. Applicants are disqualified if they appear on any sex offender registry, are suspected terrorists, or have had felony convictions. The ride-sharing app has been criticized by taxi unions for its lack of fingerprint scanning, something the company continues to resist. In the case of the Kalamazoo shooter, who had a clean record, it's unclear how a more thorough background check could have prevented the violent attacks.